So, for over 60 years, generations after generations after generations, black bitches have told themselves they don't need the black man. And now the very man who they traded him to for $150 rent, extra cash assistance, $1,100 in food stamps, has reached a 31.4 trillion tax limit in debt, which means the government is about to fall, which also means the gynocracy is about to fall. And the stars say the Ethiopian god Kephius is going to take over during the age of Aquarius, and it will remain that way forever. And who do you think he represents? Me. We are in Judgment Day. Everybody will be judged according to his or her rightful place. You may see people dying. You may see people going to jail. You are going to see black bitches homeless or losing homes. Who do you think she is about to run to, black man, when the white man takes her job? When she no longer has that $150 rent, it is $1,150, $1,500 maybe. Where do you think she'll run when she no longer can get the cash assistance or the extra food stamps? She is going to run to the very man that the government taught her grandparents, and then her great-grandparents taught them, and then, they taught her. She's going to run to you, black man. And if there's any square inside of you with a Superman cape on, who's ready and willing to save a bitch, you will drown with her. So if there's a paddle in the water and you are floating on it, if you allow this bitch to jump on with you, the Most High will see to it that you both sink. You must not interfere with anybody's judgment during this time. Now it is the time for all of these black hyena bitches that swore for generations they didn't need the black man to stand on it. You said it. You lived it. You treated them that way. Stand on it. Lest you help any bitch, black man, become Captain Save-A-Hole for any bitch, black man. During her time of judgment, you will fall with them all. GodsAlphaSun. It's been scientifically proven that the black women abort their black sons and keep the daughters. That explains why in the black community, the black man is outnumbered by 1,000 girls. But you see, I don't blame them or fault them. I understand that they were taught these things from birth, and certain things they listen to and, carry and act it out in their own lives. It's like their karma was passed down to them for generations. Which is why no matter what me and my mom go through, or how, our relationship ends up, in this lifetime, I'm going to always thank my mom because she did not abort greatness. I understand how hard it must have been to go against, the family rules, go against the grain, and have me, now you may have tried to get her to raise me to be a bitch like most of these other cats, but just like you tried to raise her to abort me, mission unaccomplished. I understand she was taught to do that. She was taught to teach me to be a nice motherfucker, knowing damn well the world don't give no fuck about no nice motherfucker. I understand that she was taught to teach me to take shit and, to think with my emotions and, things like that. As I stated already, it was just mission unaccomplished. You know what I'm saying? So through the judgment of black hyena bitches and what's going to happen, I want them to know that I do not fault them. I don't fault y'all. Because I understand you were taught this. I can't call you stupid if you were never taught, you never knew. You know what I'm saying? I can't call you dumb if you were brainwashed. Somebody else embedded things into your head from birth. And you just went with that and believed that, especially because they're your parents. But maybe your dumbass should have looked at how unsuccessful they were in their lives and used that to become super successful in yours. But in the end, it's all love. GodsAlphaSun. Why I'm going to guaranteed reach my most highest level of success. The number one reason is because I'm not going to stop until I do. But even bigger than that, it's because I did not get caught in the trap 90% of black men get caught in. The gynocracy. Bitches. Black bitches. Single hyenas. Single mother hyenas, right? Running shit. They push their daughters to be successful. They push for their daughter's success. And they coddle their sons. They baby their sons. They breastfeed their sons all the way up until they're 40 or something, 50 or something, sometimes even 30. And then they want to kick them out, or they want to do away with them, stop dealing with them. But he has no idea how to survive on his own. He has no idea how to build on his own. He has no idea how to create on his own. He can't do nothing on his own. And that is her fault. The only time a black mother will support her son in becoming successful is when he's playing sports. That is the only guaranteed way he will become a millionaire or billionaire to her. Because in the long run, if he does make it, she can clap and shit like that. She not just gonna be upset or nothing like that, but she not gonna go all out and have that energy she would if her daughter was in that position. If her daughter became successful like that. These black mothers don't want their sons to be successful because they don't see them becoming successful. He gets bad grades in school. He's probably joined the gang. He probably in and out of jail right now. All the shit that he's, doing that seems to be failures, make her believe, he just not gonna be shit anyway. Shit, he gonna be another one of these ain't shit ass niggas. He ain't gonna become successful. He ain't gonna become shit. No, obviously, right? All he does is fail, right? No, all he does is learn. Yeah. He wins and learns, right? Her perception of her son is based off of her perception of men, which is based off of who she dealt with, what she's seen. You dealt with losers. You only been encountered or in the same area as losers. And that's exactly what she sees her son as. And so she will push for her daughter to become successful over the boys, over the one with the logic, over the one who's stronger, over the one who's smarter, because men come into higher levels of consciousness faster. Did you hear what I said? Females come into 3D knowledge faster, yes. And that's mostly because they get a head start on learning the shit that they really need to know in life, which is what they mama teaching them. Even if it's bad, she learning more. But men come into higher levels of consciousness first. Yes. The black woman does not think you are going to become successful. Black men have mommy issues because their moms are shitty. And she does not think he will become successful. That's why every chance I get, I'm gonna shit on the gynocracy. And I'm gonna reach the most highest level of success I even reach in this life. And I'm gonna do it all in a hyena face. GodsAlphaSun. So, as we all know, Tory Lanez has been sentenced to nearly life in prison for doing something he did not do. All evidence, there was no surveillance where Tory was shooting her, and there were no prints from him on the gun that supposedly shot her, right? But what also tells you Tory Lanez did not do the shit. Megan Thee Stallion's friend on the third day in that courtroom pled the fifth. Now, for all those who know what it means to plead the fifth, you know what that is. And for those who don't, when you plead the fifth, you are basically saying, I refuse to say anything because it can incriminate me and my people. If she's innocent like she says she is, why would there be anything incriminating about her? Right. You see, the United States of America pedestalizes bitches above you, the man, especially the black man. It does not matter what they say he's done. If they say it, they'll believe it. Bitches lie, scream, and rape all the time. Ain't never touched that bitch, or ain't nobody forced that hoe to do nothing. She's a whore. She chose to suck dick. Nobody raped these hoes. Bitch claimed domestic violence like a motherfucker beat her up and shit. Come to find out, she had 30 chances before he hit her once. He tried to motherfucking give her a chance. He kept telling her to keep her hands to herself and stop hitting them and shit. And then he went upside her motherfucking top. Come to find out, she's the domestic abuser. She tells you he's a deadbeat. He doesn't want his kids and things like that. She tells her kids this. Later on, come to find out by the son. Because the son always goes and seeks the father for himself, right? Come to find out, she did all of that and kept you away from him and told you all the things about your dad because he did not want to be with her. Every time these hyenas open their fucking mouth to go against the black man, everybody on this fucking earth, especially in this fucking country, goes along with it. Even when the evidence clearly states he is innocent, everyone will go against him in a heartbeat without hesitation. And so I will forever be the only man standing next to the black man. And anything any bitch or this government say a black man did, I will be the only one standing next to him saying no, the fuck he didn't. GodsAlphaSun. So I was watching the movie Antoine Fisher, and I want to talk about the black sheep. In the movie Antoine Fisher, based on a true story, Derek Luke, the actor, is actually playing Antoine Fisher. And the movie basically shows us what happens, not just outside, but inside of the black man when he comes from a broken home or broken society, or is broken, which mostly comes from growing up in a broken society. There was a scene in a movie where he got into a fight on a naval base. Antoine Fisher, that is, right? And they sent him to a counselor who was actually being played by Denzel Washington. And for the first, couple of days, like a broken male would say, when he was asked what was wrong, and the counselor was trying to talk to him, he would tell Denzel, nothing. Knowing he is broken and he needs to speak, he will say nothing, right? After the couple days was over of the counseling, he hadn't got anywhere. They hadn't spoken about anything because he wanted to remain silent. And so they just sent him back. Well, he got into another incident and they sent him back. But this time he was angrier, but not just angry because he was broken or about the situation, but because he felt like they didn't take enough initiative to understand what was wrong with him. When I say nothing's wrong, you just let it be. You just leave it. Okay, then nothing's wrong. That is a problem, right? And so, based off the display he put on, the counselor got him extra time with him where he would guarantee he worked with him where he could not leave unless he spoke. Right? Time went on. Everything was getting great. Everything was going good. He was speaking. Things like that. The healing process had begun, right? Because it starts with venting. Venting to someone who really cares, right? When he was finally ready, the scene came where he went back to the broken society, the broken neighborhood, the broken home, where those people were still in the same spot, were still stuck, still behaving the same way, thinking the same way, still losing in life, right? And in the black community, these hyenas ain't got no respect for this black man. So he's put into a position to where he has to get them to see that is what he is demanding. He demands that is what he requires, right? So when he knocked on the door and the woman who raised him opened the door, he began talking and she was so surprised to see him. She tried to hug him and she had completely forgot about the trauma they put him through at that moment, right? But that's because they never cared and she never expected him to heal. Never expected him to see how special he was, right? She tried to talk over him. He said, no. It's my turn to talk now. And it's your turn to listen. All that shit y'all did to me to try to break me, traumatize me, get me to commit suicide and take myself out, get me to give up, have me depressed, have me stressed, have me losing in life like y'all. It didn't work. That is all I am here to tell you and show you. I am still standing tall. That part of the movie is amazing to me because I am the black sheep. spiritual connection with the Most High God has discovered my purpose, who I truly am, who I was put here to be, and who has been completely healed. Where now my purpose is to be in full control of myself and my life, and to teach every other black man, especially those who come from broken communities, to be the same. I also teach him pimpology so that he knows how to win when it comes to dealing with narcissistic whores. I also teach him how to heal so he does not remain broken for the rest of his life. And I also teach him how to open up to spirituality, so through a connection with the Most High God, he himself can discover his purpose and who he truly is. Now it is my turn to speak, and everyone else's turn to listen. I cannot be broken by anything. I will not lose to anyone. I will still and remain standing strong until I am through on this earth and my purpose is fulfilled. GodsAlphaSun. Anytime I talk business with an entrepreneur or someone who strives to become an entrepreneur, I always make it my business to state the importance of diversity. If you want to succeed as an entrepreneur, you have to make sure that your business is needed by every race, especially if you are a black man. Black people will never support black business, especially if the business is a black man's. The only way black people will support black business is once it's successful or once it has blue. When all the other races have made it successful, then the black people will jump on board and start investing in things like that. You have to show them you don't need them. Black people want to be needed. You have to show them that you don't need them in order to get them to support you, right? Speak for any other black person, or anybody that looks like me, right? But in my life, white people have treated me better than black people. As I stated before, this includes my fiends. When I was hustling, before I was spiritual, when I lived we gonna say a life of Satan, because it's a life of sin, right? My fiends made sure I ate, and I ain't just talking about, me serving them. I'm talking about they would cook dinner, bring me a plate, or I pull up and, serve them and get the plate, things like that. Together, I sat at some of my licks table and ate dinner with them. I treated them like they was real people, because they are. They just smoke a drug. I'm not a normal person. I'm not the I don't give a fuck how nobody feel. I don't give a fuck if nobody cry. And I don't give a fuck if nobody die. Ain't nobody never gave a fuck what I was going through. Ain't nobody never gave a fuck how I felt. Ain't nobody never gave a fuck if I cried. Ain't nobody gave a fuck if I died. Ain't nobody starved like me. Ain't nobody been scarred like me. Ain't nobody had life hard like me. Yeah, because if you've been alone like me, then you would be cold like me. I don't believe nobody that say they been through this, that, and the third type of shit that supposed to be so traumatizing and shit like that. But they ain't icy. I'm icy. I don't feel a thing. I won't put feelings into a thing. And I've been alone so long, I'm willing for it to stay that same way the rest of my life. No bitches, no niggas. If it happens that way, I'm good. 'Cause I don't need anyone but God. When you look in my eyes, you gonna see a man that don't fear shit but God. It ain't nothing else I could go through that's gonna motherfucking do something, you know? I done already been through enough. I done already been through so much. Ain't shit left to fear, nigga. I'm not one of those. I don't got sympathy for you when you going through some tough shit. All I can do is give you the advice that you need to get out of it. If you don't want to take that, so be it. I'm not finna sympathize with you, empathize with you, whine with you. I'm not about to do none of that. Because in me going through everything I've been through by myself, I had to mold myself to be just like that. Cold. This world don't give a fuck about the black man and what he go through. They only give a fuck about the bitches and what they go through. If I cry, everybody gonna give me the side eye. If she cry, everybody gonna pull up, rub her back, cry with her, sympathize with her, empathize with her, comfort her, bring that emotional support. Nigga, I ain't never had no support. Ain't nobody never believed in me. And the only reason why I love people and still operate out of love is because I'm healed with a spiritual connection to the Most High God. These niggas ain't cold like me. And that's proof why they ain't chose like me. GodsAlphaSun. You know, when you have a pure heart. No. You want to see everybody win. Because good-hearted people have a certain level of authenticity to them, right? But the sad part about it is, everybody's not going to reach the level of success they aim to reach in this life. No matter how bad you want everybody to be able to. Like I said, everybody say they got goals, dreams, and aspirations, but not everybody takes the actions or puts in the proper amount of work in order to make that happen, So everybody not going to learn the skills, and everybody cannot form a certain level of strength, you know what I'm saying, to where you can endure shit, lots of shit, almost anything, you know what I'm saying. A lot of people can't build their level of strength up to that. And I'm not just talking about physical strength, I'm talking about mental strength. Excuse these pigs, right? So I'm talking about mental health, It's deeper than, the naked eye. You get what I'm saying? Everybody can't do these things, you know what I'm saying? Some people just not built for shit, they not built for the success, but especially because they not built for the hardship, Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, has definitely reached the level of success he aimed to reach in his lifetime. And he just continues winning, because when you're a winner, that's what you do. It don't matter where you at, place, city, state, whatever, restaurant, whatever. You're gonna win, that's what you do. You say winners win, And he took, his expertise on the game, to Jackson University, Jackson State. One of the most popular HBCUs, but they haven't won nothing in a long ass time. They're losers, right? And he turned them into winners. And Coach Prime was offered, a contract, to coach in a more faster system, which means he's moving up. You know what I'm saying? In his coaching career, it's called a promotion. You know what I'm saying? He's just moving up. And, Jackson State, fans and students, saying shit like, he just gonna take the resources and leave, or he's gonna take the knowledge and leave, and he never cared. He's just like every other coach, right? But he was the knowledge. He is the knowledge. He is the game. He's the winner. Before he came there, they were losers. So if he's taking anything with him, it's his wisdom, understanding, and knowledge on the game, and his ability to win. You guys go back to losers. But see, they're not mad really because they go back to losers. In this country, a man, especially a black man, who understands a certain sense of value to himself and puts himself first, makes the decision that's best for him, is frowned upon, talked down on, is hated, is not liked. Everyone loves when you put them before you because you make them happy, but you feel shitty. But they only care about themselves. They don't care because you feel shitty. They hate when a black man chooses himself first, puts himself first. This is the importance of having self-worth and putting yourself above everyone and everything. No one values you enough to respect the fact that you choose yourself over them. And so you have to value yourself more than everybody. God's Alpha Son. You know, me being a man who has been through so much and who has seen so much, when a certain situation takes place, or a certain something happens, this shit doesn't even shock me anymore. It's like whatever, it's normal. Because I've seen this so many times. This government, the United States of America, frowns down upon masculine authority, especially coming from a black man who has a certain level of confidence and power. And they will do anything in their power to destroy that. Ye West is a rapper who has found his purpose during the age of Aquarius. You know what he was put here to do, and it has nothing to do with a music studio, right? Now, Ye has been receiving a lot of, flack due to his purpose and, the truth that he is speaking during his age of Aquarius. And, he has lost a lot of money. But them same companies who he has, spoke truth about and stopped doing business with him are falling. They're going broke. They're losing everything. So what does that tell you? Right? But in the midst of Kanye going through what everyone would consider a downfall, or, not a downfall, but his down moment, fuck kicking a man while he down. The government grabs a bitch that will stab you while you're on your last breath. The government will give your bitch candy to trade you. Leave it up to a demonic bitch to come and ask for $200,000 in child support a month for kids that are with you every fucking day. Kanye West is one of the best men, let alone fathers on this earth. And he is now paying $200,000 a month to a bitch who doesn't have the kids more than him. And if she does, it's not because she wants to. It's because she made it look like that in court, so she has to stand on that. This is why I teach you men. You have to love yourself. You have to care about yourself. You have to be your number one. Because nobody on this fucking earth cares what you are going through. They don't care if nobody's standing next to you. If you fight battles by yourself. They don't care if you're depressed. They don't care if you're stressed. They don't care. You don't have no room to complain. You don't have no room for excuses. You don't have no room for sympathy. Nobody will give you that. Fuck everything. everybody. As a black man, you need to have the mind state. No one cares about you, so you have to put yourself above all and say fuck everybody. GodsAlphaSun. You know, what I hate seeing the most is the black man being treated less than who he is. You have to love yourself. You have to have a high level of confidence, a level of confidence that no bitch or hater can break. A level of confidence that is solidified, stamped, it would never leave. You have to have a sense of independence. You have to not need nobody but yourself. You have to know how to be alone, how to stand alone. You have to master solitude. Too many men don't know when to leave. The minute the bitch starts disrespecting you, talking out the side of her neck, stop listening, stop following your instructions, stop doing the things you need her to do, ask her to do. She don't give a fuck about you, bro. She doesn't want you anymore. She wants you to let her fly. You have to let that bird fly. Release her. You know? Stop thinking you own a bitch. These dogs ain't got no owners. These bitches is mutts. Taking from you, whatever, drop the bitch. Because every single time you let the bitch get away with disrespecting you, she knows. And do you know what she does? She loses respect for you. Every single time you let her do some shit that had no business being done, you let her get away with it, no consequence, no punishment. We ain't talking about hitting a bitch. There's many ways you can punish a bitch, right? But that's a different conversation, right? You have to drop the bitch. You have to be willing to let a bitch go. You have to be willing to let a bird fly. Take the leash off the dog. No longer your dog. That mutt that belongs to the streets now. She is now a stray. You know you have to make that bitch a stray. You know? So, know when to lead a bitch, you know, because you don't want to end up dead, man. A lot of niggas go through some detrimental ass shit in their life when they don't know how to leave a bitch. He just need people, man. Especially feel like he need a bitch. A lot of that shit be about pussy, man. You niggas just be trying to hold on to a bitch and keep a bitch tied to you and shit cause the coochie. You niggas be off of the coochie. That'd be how you niggas be. You know what I'm saying? Man, he probably don't got no options, so oh man, damn man, shit. If I drop this bitch, damn, I ain't gonna get no coochie, man. When the next time I get some coochie, then that's what he thinking about, cause he ain't got no options and shit, right? You know, every man don't have You know what I'm saying? The luxury of having options. Every man hasn't had multiple women wanting him at the same time in his life. You know what I'm saying? That's why every man don't have a certain level of confidence that they need to have. You know? When you retarded and you got friends telling you to stop dealing with a bitch, you don't want to take the game and you don't want to listen. Your death or any detriments that you endure is your fault. And I cut a nigga off that I'm giving game, that keep asking me game, and I'm trying to tell him about his bitch, and he don't want to listen. He loving a whore. Man, I cut that nigga off. But y'all need to learn when to leave the bitch. GodsAlphaSun.